takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Oklahoma State's offense will get the first swing of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, it's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he did it before.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out of the perimeter in space when we do some damage. That time they got it to him. Throwing the football, picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Already they hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Back to pass. It's Mahad. Pocket broken down. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. And the Cowboys send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So Miami's offense has the ball for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. The give to the back. Got the first one. Oh, down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's a nice-looking run, man. What a legacy here. When you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
They're going to ride this running back. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Canes are on the move. He wants to change this route. Now from inside the red zone. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Got it. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leads it with the back. Goal down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, just want positive yards, make the right read, read the guy, if he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, and go on to the next one.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and He'll start the return inside the spot. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Got the quick completion. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
He's got it on the outside. Bust through behind his pad. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to throw, it's Mahan. The defense wouldn't let it loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball to my playmaker. Make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering for to score. The Cowboys are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Cowboys! Extra point here will tie the game. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Peace. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. He will score. Touchdown, baby. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you can tell, takes it out, good blocking, give them a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's behind.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, I want him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, the Miami linebacker shows you speed on that play. The linebacker is speed synonymous when you think about Miami Hurricane defense. Think about Ray Lewis, Jonathan Bowman, Dan Morgan, DJ Williams. Guys that can go sideline to sideline and guys that can rush the passer. Not easy to block.
And I think a lot of people are going to look at that drive, and first of all, the drive was awful. They're all going to look at the drive and say it was awful. But how about the giving up on 3rd down? I mean, you got third long, and you try to sneak a run in, and this drive, this possession, it was disastrous for the offense. And now you just hope you have enough space to get a punt off.
And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll run the RPO and pull right. Still on his feet at the 45. talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Cricket. Leaves it with the back. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
It starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
I like the idea of going draw there. You're trying to sell pass, but you still need to do a better job up front executing those blocks. There's too many one-on-ones where they got beat, and as a result, they suffer a negative play.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Canes want to pick up the tempo. Back to pass, it's Nickel. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground. Get what you can get and live to play another day.
Grab near the sticks. It's Walker. This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down.
The first down is that alone. But just on this drive, defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. You got to do something to change this.
Complete. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but you got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again. He noses his way into the end zone. They've extended the lead and taking control here in week 9. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Wilson on the carry. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Tempo and overdrive.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you. But you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? Dropping back, it's Mahan. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Those are those where you're just looking at your hands left
pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have run these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Finds his man. It's Agner. And they got the defense. And they get it to the 29-yard line.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. The inside handoff. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Hurricanes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
And he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. Just to make big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting running, loading the boxes. Still, this guy's been able to find his way up. 25, it's a nice number.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Memphis is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 4 over Temple. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. To the air. It's Mahad. Oh, they're after him. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Quickly to the tight end. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's 4th down. The defense calls a timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. The Cowboys will send out the line unit. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. To the air on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Walker. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half.
Here we go.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime time of it.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and the deep ball. He is a problem. I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the shadows of South Beach.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He steps out of bounds at the 49, just short of midfield, and he almost went a really long way. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They knock him down at the 40. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Rushes on him. He'll pull it down. Took care of it himself. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Fantastic job there, buying time and then using his speed to go get a huge chunk play. You saw on defense a lot of people in the back end with their heads turned around chasing receivers. It's dangerous. You want to play man coverage. You don't want to keep your eyes on the quarterback. You're going to pay for it. You saw it right there.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far. So can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Hurricanes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's Nickel. Looking for the goal line. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Catch in the middle, it's Tolzien. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Cowboys will line it up on 1st and 10.
Black 18! Black 18!
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pressure coming. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cowboys!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point is good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now on 2nd down. To throw, it's Nickel. Pulls it in, it's Acker. Turning it on! And after that huge gain, he will have a chance to catch his breath, and he's going to need it. What a way to wrap up the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Acker. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else.
He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding the quarterback as a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can put those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Davidson. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
In the middle, it's Walker. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with the 1st down. They show great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
Outstanding game, has taken care of the football now late in the game.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down distances, situational, all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Handoff from the gun. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Clement. Finds his target down the middle. And he's able to bounce off one time for a solid pickup.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize.
Great team defense on the ground. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D-linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers who do these film. You just can't do it better.
They stopped him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with the 4th down coming. And the Cowboys will bring the punt team onto the field. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now that
Hits the afterburners. And we have breaking news. The score is touchdown.
and this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Memphis is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 8 over Temple. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Oh, he's got some space. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward. Man, this was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back. The next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the... 44-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Scanning the field, it's Clemens. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
Makes the grab. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Need to do a better job as a defender tackling the catch. On the curl route, he had a chance to break on the ball, get the receiver down, couldn't do it, and as a result, they give up an explosive play.
Under fire! And the defense moves around the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Give up some yardage, they give up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Got the big tight end on the corner route. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. He just had to make that catch. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent. Joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Terrapins will boot it away to start the game. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Oregon Ducks offense will get the first crack at it here. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator who's coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs.
There he goes! Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. From the gun, running back on the move. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. We saw it right there.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
He really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now, today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when the defensive line run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back, getting his butt on the ground.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Ducks will try to bring them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to block them up close to their goal line. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, hitting them deep in their own territory. So Maryland's offense will take the field for the first time. And greeting them as a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around them?
Yeah, I think you're correct. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical tackles, and it starts with them in this defense against the run, blitzing, against the pass. They're all over the field, Palmer.
Yeah, and I think for this offense, you want to be able to establish the run. I think the big key for them is going to be working the double teams in the zone game. And getting into the second level, you've got to try and cover these linebackers up and get a hat on them. If you don't, they're going to run free, and they're going to destroy your game plan.
New set of downs after the completion.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Makes a pass to Marco. They'll They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Right down the ball. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. To the ground with the back. Breaks the tackle. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Well, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting the tackle for loss.
Here comes the heat. And now the ball is free in the end zone. And they scoop it up in the end zone. What a stunning, hard-headed play. You can't make a miracle every time. Don't get sacked for the safety. Slithers into space. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on it.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
He makes the catch. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And the Terrapins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. The Terrapins line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. First play of the drive wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Wants to go up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times, that's a bigger strike zone, bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him. And that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle the first down. That is so well done.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Really good job, everybody there. Well run, and a 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of Gets a draw. Shoots his way for more. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. And the Terrapins are moving quickly down the field.
Moves.
Barrels ahead. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to throw it into the end zone on 3rd down? They're trying to slam it in. And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And he's made one already, and this one ought to be cake from 21 yards out. Absolutely perfect. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on 4th basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for a 4th down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Parker. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle to give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Makes the grab. It's Parker. The Ducks in the hurry-up. Looking for space. It's Messi. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Looking to fire. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen, but the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
Oh, he had him. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the... Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not close as he the Terrapins decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Flips through the line, and they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in the ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense trying to keep the quarterback standing up straight.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up?
Snagged it up, 30, still running. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
Thank you very much. That's what the quarterback's thinking on that last play. I think he was even shocked that his receiver was that wide open downfield. He'll take it.
Intercepted. Total goes to 16. Picked up a few extra on that return, though. Flying play by this defense to get the football. They'll run it from the gun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Send the tight end in motion. He'll do it himself. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. There's the pressure. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
3rd and long situation. We're bringing an extra DB on the field. And we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
He gets it away from his own end zone. And after that punt, that's where they'll mark it. It'll be just inside the 35-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He rifles one deep to the left. Dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. They just keep firing. Fires left. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Couldn't find anyone open here. Find another play. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. Makes the catch. He gets it into enemy territory, but not quite enough for the 1st down. It'll be 4th down. The defense going to stop start the drive with a pass. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Here on third down for this offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Terrapins will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Wants to return it. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab, and there's room. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Massey. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. Throws to the tight end. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they come up with a big play to make sure the points go on the board before the end of the half. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Give to the running back. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. They'll go right back to the run. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting him enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Terrapins will call on their punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They'll try the run. Turning it on. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Ducks want to move quickly.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And tight ends just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Wants to fire on second down. Steps away to find some room. Looking left. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Well, another incompletion. You can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. And he was hit just as he released it, and it rolls to the turf.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football. Just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here. And for the second time tonight, they'll try out the field goal kicker. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. And is such just inside that right upright. That slices the lead to 2.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Terrapins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their... And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
All right, I know we're winning, and that's great. But at some point, we got to stop getting our quarterback killed. Like, we got to protect the most important player on the field. Please?
Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll leave it with him. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking to throw on 1st down. The short hands, it's Parker. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on 1st down, open up the entire plate.
And it just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically. feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Looking to throw on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Terrapins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
And we don't always talk about the third part of the football game, but offense, defense, special teams, this is a huge shot in the arm. Their offense has struggled all game long. You force the fumble, give them good field position. Maybe this is the spark they needed.
Floating away. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. They're dealing with a second and long.
Here we go.
Power football was one. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on third and long from the 26. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming. You worked on it all week. Get your feet set at the sticks. Understand that quarterback's got to be rushed. Get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Got some of the work done on first down. Let's see what they have on second down. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. To the air on second down. Throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive.
Lasso.
From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Terrapins will punt it away on fourth down. He'll try to really get into this one. Now on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Didn't get anything done 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Coming out on first down with the play fake. get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
It's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a second down play.
Here we go, here we go.
Gonna look downfield again. The quick out. Didn't pick up a lot there, but it covered just a few.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that can happen is to miss inside, and that quarterback can go in the other direction.
You're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt.
Got it? Yeah, grab it. Ready, man.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got his man quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Let's see what they've got on second down.
29 Philly.
Tight end now in motion. He'll keep it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The Terrapins send out the punt unit. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. He's got his man. At the 45, on its way. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple of shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And a really nice job on the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and then they got the first down.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished.
A shot toward the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off his red zone opportunity.
With that incompletion, it now sets up a very interesting decision for the head coach, right? You've got a narrow lead. Kick the field goal now, you force the opponent to have to really score a touchdown when you take a lead. But you can also see a lot of momentum. If you get it here on fourth and short, if you're able to score a touchdown, this is a completely different game.
Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Ducks with the first and 10. Makes the grab. He will score. Touchdown, Oregon. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just kind of stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance from running and throwing the ball.
Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And the Terrapins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Terrapins will line up to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it, basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. At the 35, he's got room. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ducks! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Off the play fake on first down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And this is really the story of the game. This offense has no chance in the passing game because they cannot protect the quarterback. All game long, he's been under duress. Got to give the defense time.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Back to pass. They'll run the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Terrapins come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. It's complete. It's into the open. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. To the air, it's Eakin. Working that left side. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Terrapins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He'll off one deep down the left side. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get one after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitz, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock going. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Great job of containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what
Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Eakin. And the pass rush. He is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Terrapins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Here's a heat. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. He's looking downfield to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field.
He lobs one high down the left side. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Makes the grab on the left. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum. These moments when you can execute, the field starts to shrink.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth.
Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Eakin. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
He'll take it on the return.